Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we're gonna check new kit from ICM. It's 148 scale airplane and it copies AT-7C SNB-2C Navigator, famous World War II American training airplane. And this kit, I would say, is related to previous releases which you've seen before. It was Expeditor and some other aircraft which I will be linked in the review article. You'll find the review let's say links to those previous kits, but this time we have a chance to check this one. As you can see, box is relatively the same size. Here you can see comparison with my hand. We have this nice box art on the front. Then on the side there is some information about the kit. So assembled model will have length of 217 millimeters, wingspan of 303 millimeters, and there are 124 parts inside. And from the other side we can see one of the marking options which are included into this kit. Box structure is quite typical, so we have color printed top part. As you can see, it's quite thin. Nevertheless, no worries, because we have really tough white cardboard box inside, so nothing will be damaged even during rough shipment. Moreover, as you can see here, everything is placed with some, let's say, extra space, so it's not a tight packaging, and I doubt that there will be some problems. I mean, even though, as you can see, all sprues are packed into the same plastic bag. On the bottom we find assembly manual, so let's start from the assembly manual, because it's quite interesting to see which marking options are included. As you can see, assembly manual is also typical for the ICM. We have short history notes, some technical specifications, color chart, then comes the parts map. Also here we have decals sheet. As you can see, decals are printed in, I would say, excellent quality. There is no problem with printing and you don't see any mistakes. The only thing maybe I would like to see is stencils, of course, because stencils in 148 scale will be visible. Then we have assembly process explained with help of those nice images. It's not that different from the previous kits, I would say. So in theory you might use some aftermarket for the previous editions, but we will have to check it thoroughly. And for the marking options, here you can see 1, 2, 3 and 4 marking options included. All 4 are silver colored, but some minor features are different, so it might be useful, might be interesting for some modelers, or they can choose something different. As I said, all sprues are packed into the same plastic bag, so just give me a second to open. This model is also interesting because there is a, let's say, full interior detailing, because all seats are included, so you can install them into your model. Let's start from the wing parts. Here you can see them both. So parts division, I would say, is quite typical. We just have 2 parts. One is bottom and one is top one. Note that engine gondolas are molded integrally. There is also a recessed panel lines detailing present. As you can see, it's quite carefully molded, and it should look nice after some washing done. And note this nice, I would say, kit design, where you have to insert the fuselage into the top wing half, and I think it will be easy to avoid any gaps or some other possible mistakes. Note also here that ailerons are molded separately. Nevertheless, flaps are molded together with wings, so you won't be able to drop them. Next we have fuselage halves. Those are placed on one, let's say, frame. Here we have some antenna parts, and note that there are some tiny antennas molded into the fuselage halves, and it might be problematic for some modelers. I mean, those tiny parts might break off during shipment, they might break off during painting while you're handling the model, so you'll have to be extra careful. Of course, transparent parts are molded separately. Even the door is molded also as a separate part, Inside there is almost no detailing, but as I said, all interior detailization will be assembled separately. And also here we have the tail landing gear. Next we have two similar sprues. This should be used for the landing gear wheel wells and engine gondolas. Nothing special, just they are molded as separate parts. Next we have transparent sprue, which is packed into the separate plastic bag, so just give me a second to open it. Straight away I can say that there are no masks included, so get ready to cut them for your kit or buy some aftermarket set, because there are some available on the market. As you can see, molding quality is excellent. Here I have no complaints, and with some careful painting you'll get an, let's say, impressive finish on your model. So that's all for the transparent parts. And the last and the biggest sprue in this kit, which is dedicated, as you can see, to the mix of different parts. Here we have the passenger seats, tail fairing, which should be assembled out of separate parts. Also here we have the dashboard, some of the landing gear elements, some again of the interior parts, landing gear doors, quite simple but nicely molded engines, and also landing gear wheels, and also two propellers here, no attachment points, so that they won't be damaged during the separation. Wheels, as you can see, are molded as one piece. It's quite a nice solution, so that you won't have to glue the two separate halves together. So that's all for the video review. As you can see, kit is quite impressive, but I would recommend you to check full review article on our website. And of course, don't forget to like this video and press the like button below, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also in the description, if you look carefully, there is a link to our Facebook group, so like it and you will be able to get all fresh news on time. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video review as usual.